know you own Powerful Flower Company.
Correct.
Can you tell me the story behind it?
Yes, of course. We started 7 years ago. We're still a really young company, and our passion is scented roses. And we started 7 years ago with Tambuzi Farm. In the last years we're adding some additional farms like Alexandra Farms, Uhuru Farms, some Dutch farms. And we're just focusing on scented roses and garden roses.
Why scented roses and not other flowers? Why do you like them so much?
The reason is if we give a rose to somebody and he smell, the first question is this real?
Okay.
And then they're smiling, and then I'm happy. And we have a different product. And we want to be different from the rest of the market. So I believe with what we're doing now, people have a bad feeling about scented roses. The vase life are short, or there are always comments like badly. And we try to say, no, it's beautiful.
Yes.
And it's not about face life, it's about if you get the rose, you will have an experience that you think, wow.
Exactly, wow, it's an emotion.
It's an emotion.
Yeah.
And if you ask people, if you smell this, then they tell a story.
Exactly, yeah.
So that's incredible to have.
Yes, it is. Can you tell me what is Fragrant Garden? It's a place for floral events,
Yeah.
or for florists, or what is it?
Fragrant Garden we bought 2 years ago. We renovated. And there were two reasons for. One reason is we want to do something sustainable. So that's one of the parts. And we want to connect with florists. We just import from Kenya, Ecuador, Colombia, and we sell to the traders with logistics and everything. And we're selling something really different, but we need to explain people or show people or invite people to our location. And then if they are here with a masterclass or using the space, using the roses, then they see the roses in real, and that's as a customer for our whole life.
Exactly, yes, yes.
So it's our embodiment will be here. You can see our roses, the passion we have. Yesterday evening we have a party all together with all rose lovers.
Yeah.
And it's a kind of group we want to create.
I saw important people yesterday at your
Yeah.
party. I enjoy it very much. Actually, really important people from this business.
Yesterday we have Alison Bradley from Flower Fusion here. We had David Austin as breeder. The Mayan family was here. It's great to have, they are competitors from each other, but also, we have one story, the scented rose, the scented journey.
Exactly. What is your favorite scented garden rose?
Oh, that's a difficult question. Now you see some roses here on the front. It's a difficult question, and I walk around here, and maybe you can make some videos also around. It's quite difficult to choose just one. So I have a little bit more. One of my favorite David Austins I'll give you here is Constance. And the reason I like Constance is the differentiation of colors. It's always a different color. So if it make it special, it's a natural product. It's not a common factory rose. So if you receive the rose Constance, it will be always different.
Yeah.
And it makes it so beautiful. And also the heart and the colors, and it's amazing. And scent.
And scent. Yeah.
And a beautiful name.
Of course. Yeah.
So this is one of the most beautiful roses. Then in fragrance, we have Prince Jardinier.
Which is my favorite.
And the head size is amazing. It's a really flat rose. It's open quickly. So when it's arriving in the flower shop, it's open in few hours. And then it stays 4 or 5 days with a beautiful fragrance. It's a really beautiful rose.
And it has a lovely color, actually. I love it too.
And then I have much more to tell.
Please show me.
Then I have here a spray rose. One of the most difficult roses from Tambuzi Farm. It's a quite difficult rose to grow. If you see this rose, you normally have a field with a lot of stems on the bushes. And in this variety, you see just 10 or 20 stems in the whole row. Like Prince Diner, you have 500 stems. English Miss have just 10 stems.
Wow.
So production-wise, it's a terrible rose. But if we sell all the products together, it's okay. So it's a really, yeah, it's not a commercial rose. But the fragrance is beautiful, how it's opening is beautiful. It's a real florist rose. And it's always opening.
No.
So it's always opening. You see on the end the yellow heart. It's incredible rose. And then I choose from Tambouzi another difficult rose. That's a Scented Whisper.
Scented Whisper.
Well, Scented Whisper. Fragrance is amazing. Color is different. It's not real orange, it's not brown, it's a little bit lavender color. It's have everything.
Yeah.
It's always opening and it's terrible to grow. So Tambouzi farm was not really happy with English Miss and Scented Whisper. And this grow on the roof. So we can have 3-meter stems. So it's terrible to grow. But the fragrance and the size and
yeah, amazing rose.
yes, and it's the same story with English Miss. It's not a commercial rose to grow. Florists love it. I love it. So we need to grow this. So it's in high potential for the market. Only at the moment we grow 40, 50 stems a day. So it's a real small quantity product.
Yeah, it is.
So it's really unique.
How time do you need to create a new variety?
To create a new variety is to the breeders, and that takes many years. Or for example, this rose we have now 50 stems a day. We can develop, and it takes a few months to get more stems. So it takes maybe 1 or 2 years to go to 200-300 stems. But yeah, I hope the grower wants to go forward with this.
We hope to.
So make it popular.
I will do it.
And recognize it's a beautiful rose. It's a really special. I think you'll want to see more beautiful roses. I have here a brown color, Cafe Latte.
Yes.
It's more and more popular to come in. The last years, it's people requesting and recognize it. It's a beautiful scent. It smells a little bit like coffee, and the color is unique.
Yes, it is. Some lavender with brown, salmon pink, a lot of mixed color.
Yeah, and also with this rose, this is produced by Tambouzi Roses and Uhuru Farms. There are 2 farms that grow it now in Kenya, and also this rose, it's always opening. So it's the roses we produce is always opening, and it makes it different.
Yeah.
And it makes it difficult when it's going open fast. So it's always a balance between, yeah, what's the right day to cut. It's a unique color.
It's a unique color, yes, and the fragrance is strong. And the rose itself, it's a strong one. It lasts many days.
It's
like at least 7 days. I work with it.
it's between 5 and 7.
Between 5 and 7.
And if you order it in the right way, between us and the local wholesaler, we know the logistics and we buy fresh from Kenya through logistics directly to your market, then it's say 7 days.
7 days. In my country, my brides love this rose because this vintage look of it. They love this vintage look. So, and with bonus that he is fragrant, so fragrant, it's a very well sold rose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Showing more.
Yes. Then we have a David Aston again. I think that's the best rose in the world. That's David Aston Juliet. So it's not that it's 1, 2, 3. That's the best. All these are beautiful. We have now around 100 varieties, and I think you'll see here almost a top 10. But Juliet is a famous rose, a beautiful rose, from different farms, different countries, from Colombia, from Ecuador, from Kenya. And I think it's good when a florist order David Aston Juliet, also ask advice. And the advice we can give is, do you need a tiny stem? Do you a big head? Do you more cup? Which color do you want in Juliet? Want all different
You
forms.
can do this, you can ask all this
Yes.
information and you can provide the right rose for the florist.
Yes, the mainly thing is that people say I want Juliet, and you have so many different growers, so it's really good if you're asking our team or the local wholesaler where we working with, ask them I want Juliet with a strong stem or a bigger head or a smaller head. There are many differences.
So, if I understand correctly, all the florists can contact Parfum Flower Company directly to ask more specific things about your roses?
Yes.
Oh, this is a...
Of course they can. If there's a question, please send us an email, if possible in English or Dutch. But otherwise, they can maybe send you an email to ask your advice, and here already a lot of information. But you can send an email to us or through Facebook or social media and ask the questions you need, and then we find a way to support you in the best way.
I find your roses really, really great, almost amazing. I fell in love with it 1 year ago, and this is how I started my journey with you, and I'm really happy about it.
Me too. I really appreciate your support and how you...
Because I believe that they are really special, and I believe you are doing a lot of work sustaining these beautiful roses and not so well known everywhere, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a hard work, and people really should keep in touch with this, or touch them, or smell them. The feeling is almost unforgettable.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is
I have one rose more. Do you have time?
Yes, of course. Sure.
I have one rose more to show. It's a new one for PFC. It's not an. It's Salmansa. It's a new farm. It's a Hana Gardens in Ecuador. It's a new farm with a unique product, and it's not a scented rose, so we're missing the fragrance, but it's a unique color and a unique shape.
Unique shape, yeah.
So I will recommend this rose too. It's a face life. It's a little bit stronger rose, and the reason it's stronger, they have less scent. Then it's mostly a strong rose, and it's a beautiful bridal color. It's a coral color, and it's different. It's not something you can buy on the auction. They're growing 400 or 500 stems a day.
Okay.
So it's not a million stems.
Okay.
So I think it's for you as florists or all florists, they see this video, you make you are different or you are a specialist.
We have to work with varieties, with specialties, let me put it this way. You have a lot of them.
Yeah.
What message do you have for Romanian garden roses lovers?
Come and visit us. Come over with you. Like yesterday we did a beautiful day together, and also yesterday morning with the group. So come over, and maybe with you together we can make a great day together with lunch and learning about the products, chat with each other. We learn a lot from you as florists, so hopefully they get the opportunity to come over, and maybe we need to arrange something together, that I come over to your country and that we have a presentation, or we do something together, and that every people can smell the rose, can use the rose. I hope that we can create something together in this case.
Okay, thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Many congratulations for all the work that you are doing.
Thanks a lot.
I'm really, really glad that we are now partners.
Yes, absolutely.
If I can say so.
Yeah, of course. Yes, I'm really happy with you. You do an incredible good job for us. Thanks a lot.
Very much. Thank you, Wouter.
So Love flowers and use your imagination. It's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful job.